Hey lovelies, and welcome back to the K Corner, where hormones get balanced, guts get healed, and we let that shit go. Physically, mentally, spiritually, and emotionally. As I say that with a deadpan face. Welcome back, guys. Hi, my name is Kayla. I'm a holistic nutritionist. I'm also a aerial and fitness coach, and I'm here to help you decode your cycle, heal your burnout, and have fun while doing it. Maybe crack a few giggles too. Welcome back. Today we're going to be diving in to a hot topic because it's definitely something that this video is actually, let's be honest, this video is going to be for me today. Okay, as much as it's for you guys, it's probably for me as well. Okay, so today we're diving into being wired and tired. Okay, we all know that feeling, and the science of burnout recovery. So we're going to be diving into that burnout recovery. So if you're feeling tired but wired, okay, if you're feeling anxious but numb at the same time, if you're feeling exhausted all the time, you feel like you just can't get that one step ahead, you're just always feeling like you're dragging your entire being and soul along with you, you might have burnout. And we're going to find out today if you do, and a few things that can help fix that or make a few changes to make you feel a bit better. Even if you're just maybe chronically fatigued, this could also help. Okay. Righty ho. So we're going to just jump straight into it with our very first talking point is cortisol dysregulation. And it's probably the one thing that I see the most with my clients. I was just talking to one of my clients the other day, and she was like, Kayla, I'm sick again. I don't know why. This is like the third time in 5 weeks. And I said to her, you just laid out the whole exciting journey that you're going on. She's got all these amazing things happening and she's very busy. I said to her, you just told me about all these amazing things. Do you not maybe think your cortisol is just a little dysregulated? She's like, yeah, I think that's probably it. Okay, so it's quite popular, especially with high achieving women, moms. We burn out very quickly. Okay, busy woman, high achieving woman, on top of cycling and hormones, it's actually more common than what we think. So we're going to look into that. Cortisol dysregulation, the science behind it. Okay, so cortisol should be high in the morning and low at night. Okay, so stress flips. Okay, so stress basically leaves you wired but tired. Okay, that whole wired but tired kind of feeling, right? You're exhausted, you feel like you could take a nap, but the mind is running at like 120 kilometers an hour. Yeah, that's it. So when you should sleep, got here, guys. My talking point, you guys are gonna laugh. My talking point, when you should sleep and dead when you should wake. Let me try to explain that fitting to you guys. So when you're feeling like when you're awake, you feel like exhausted, you want to sleep, and then when you sleep, and then when you wake up, you feel dead. Think that's what I was trying to say. It's like the opposite. Okay. Basically, you're exhausted no matter what. Well, you can't sleep at night. You can't fall asleep. Okay, so the science behind it, guys. You want your cortisol to be high in the morning and low at night. Yes, it's not always the case. I know that. You definitely know that. Why does this matter? Poor sleep, cravings, stubborn weight, and hormone chaos. It basically comes to what the causes of high stress is. If we've got too much stress, we're not the cortisol is very dysregulated in our bodies. We're going to struggle with sleeping. Poor sleep leads to a multitude of things. It's one of the very first things I try to get sorted with my clients. It's nice healthy sleep. Very, very, very good for you. And then we look at cravings, right? With the stress, our body's then looking for some form of comfort, some form of regulation, and we can step into the space of cravings. Stubborn weight is a big thing with cortisol dysregulation, especially around the midriff. That is going to be a big struggle for if you're struggling to lose weight there specifically. It can be indicative of cortisol dysregulation. And then hormone chaos, as you can go check out the video from last week. I go into the more hormone side of things, and with that, cortisol is a big instigator for a lot of hormone dysregulation, which then in turn leads to other things like shitty PMS symptoms and the tiredness and the crankiness and the moodiness and the cramps and the heavy cycles and whatnot. So it's something that we deal with quite at the forefront with most clients, is the cortisol. So how do we fix it? Easy peasy. It's actually an easy fix. It really is an easy fix. You're going to start off with morning sunlight, consistent sleep, and no caffeine after 2 p.m. Okay, really, really easy fix. Caffeine after 2 p.m. is easier, I know, than coffee after an hour of waking. I love a coffee first thing in the morning. Okay, I'm a sucker for that one. It's a difficult one for me to bust, right? So I'm there with you guys. I'm in the trenches with you guys. Okay, I might know all this stuff, but I'm in the trenches there with you. So dropping your caffeine after 2 p.m. is a lot easier to do than shifting your morning coffee. Once you get the 2 p.m. and you start feeling a little bit better, it then becomes easy to shift your morning routine with your caffeine. Okay, so morning sunlight, within half an hour of waking up, if you can. I know sometimes, especially in like winter, like now, sometimes when you wake up the sun's not up yet. I get that as well, but you want morning sunlight, and you want a consistent sleep schedule. Another thing, if you can sneak this one in, try and avoid being on your phone before bedtime. And that one is a hard one to do. That one's a very hard one to do, I know, for a lot of people. So if you can kind of sneak it in, that would be wonders. And then the no coffee after 2 p.m. Great. Okay. Easy fix. Those are easy, free things that you can implement today to help start managing your cortisol and hopefully start regulating that out again. Okay. Number 2, adrenal and thyroid connection. So the science behind this: stress depletes selenium and zinc, which is needed for thyroid conversion, so to your T3. Okay, so your thyroid is like a gland that sits in your throat, and it produces T3 and T4 and TSH, and they are hormones that assist with many other things in the body. Okay, again, we'll do a deeper dive on this in another video, otherwise we'll be here forever and a day because everything's connected. Okay, so when your stress depletes selenium and zinc, that then affects your thyroid. Selenium is something that is really, really important for thyroid, and it is at the forefront of supplementation when I deal with clients who have a hyperactive or underactive thyroid. Easy way to get your selenium in. You do not need to supplement with selenium necessarily. Easy way to get in is 2 Brazil nuts a day. Okay, super easy to get the right amount of selenium in. There could be other factors to you not being able to absorb your vitamins and minerals effectively. So there are other things, but on a general case, if you grab your 2 Brazil nuts, you're good to go. So why does this matter? Okay, so this would mimic hyperthyroid, so it would equal to fatigue, hair loss, weight gain, and brain fog. Okay, so you want to ensure that stress, those adrenals, are looked after, so they're not affecting the thyroid, so that you are in essence either reversing, stepping back, or avoiding that having the fatigue, the hair loss, the weight gain, and the brain fog. Now, these are all symptoms that could be present in many other things with your, if there's other issues with your body. These are very general symptoms, but these are quite specific to the thyroid and your adrenals. Okay, so keep that in mind. Just because you have brain fog doesn't mean your thyroid is having a problem. Okay, it is a fatigue and brain fog. They are very general symptoms, but are for this and for many other things. Prefacing that, okay. So how do we fix this? Selenium, Brazil nuts, like I said, zinc, pumpkin seeds are phenomenal to get your zinc intake, and then iodine, seaweed, and eggs. Seaweed, eggs, pumpkin seeds, Brazil nuts, and I think sesame seeds are like a big thing in my thyroid protocol. I love like that. Those are the things that have to be in the thyroid protocol, okay, to help support your thyroid for that. Okay. Now, number 3, nervous system overload. Okay, this is also quite a big one. The science behind it: chronic stress keeps you in flight or fight mode. And oh gosh, there goes the wind. Shutting down rest and digest. Okay, so when you are dealing with chronic stress, and this could be from day-to-day living, it could also be from childhood trauma, or it could be from just traumatic events in general. The body deals with this chronic stress. If it's not processed effectively, then you're pushing your body into this chronic state of fight or flight. When you are in fight or flight, you cannot physically be in rest and digest, which means resting, your body cannot heal, your body cannot digest, which then leads to a multitude of other very frustrating, annoying things. Okay. Fight or flight mode is a phenomenal mode to be in when you need to be working out, if you need to run from a bear, if you need to do, other things in life, okay, that are challenging, then you need that, yes. But when you do not need fight or flight, you need to be in rest and digest so that your body can do other things that are important to be healthy. So we want to avoid staying in that chronic fight or flight space. So why does this matter? Hormones are not prioritized in fight or flight mode. Digestion slows down and healing stalls. Okay. So your body then stops healing. Your digestion slows down, which leads to what is the word? It's a lovely word. I'm gonna forget it now. It is used. So when I was studying to become a nutritional therapist, there was this petrification. Oh my gosh, I love that word. Putrefaction is basically when food gets stuck in your gut and it rots in your gut. Okay, so think of a dying corpse in your gut. You can thank me later for ruining your day with that one. Okay, so when digestion slows, we get food sitting in there, it starts getting funky, you end up getting constipated, you get backed up, like you don't want that. Okay. And then naturally your hormones are not prioritized. When your hormones are not prioritized, your cycle isn't working to its optimum state, which then leads to a host of other things. Okay. So how can we fix this? Breath work, vagus nerve connection, yoga nidra is a good one, and meditation. There's also another one that you can do, another yoga that you can do. I forget the name. If you know, drop it down in the comments down below. So, meditation is your more still thing. If meditation isn't really your thing, if your brain's too busy, if you're like me and ADHD and cannot sit down for 3 minutes and think about nothing, okay, breathing works great. Or doing something like a yoga because your body is moving. Movement is phenomenal for breaking down stress and processing trauma, like physically. Aerial yoga is phenomenal for that as well because it works with fascial release, gentle fascial release. It puts you in the cocoon space where you can feel really safe to let go. So movement is a great way. Breathwork, meditation are your other two ones. Like I said, if you're not into meditation, look at breath work. If you think breath work means like these deep breath yogi breathings, you don't need to do it. Just check my YouTube channel. There's a no bullshit breathing exercise. It's literally me just talking shit and telling you to take a deep breath in and out. It really just breathing just comes down to taking a deep breath in and out. That is good enough. It's a really phenomenal place to start. You don't need to breathe like a yogi for it to be effective. So yeah, those are the few things that you can do to help that. Then number 4, rebuilding energy reserves. Okay, so this is really where we start seeing the work that we put in to heal the burnout. So the science behind this: stress depletes or drains glycogen, minerals and mitochondria, your energy factories. Okay, so glycogen, minerals, and mitochondria, they all at its core and the base are really supported for the energy of these functions in your body. Okay. We can go deeper into like the whole ATP and all that kind of good stuff in another video. But for you guys just to understand that the concepts within your body that involve energy, okay, stress drains that. Okay. And this matters because without replenishing those stores or supporting those concepts, you get stuck in burnout. Okay. So you almost need to give it a little bit of extra to help you get out because you are working on this. Burnout is it's almost like stuck in this, you stuck at the bottom of the hole with nothing to get out. You're exhausted. The only way you're going to get out is by climbing out. You see I hope you see where I'm going with this. Okay, hopefully. Okay. So how can we fix this? Protein, 1.5 to 2 grams per kg of body weight. So rule of thumb, that is probably the easiest way I can explain it to you. You can there's so many different concepts out there. Some say, 30 to 40 grams of protein per meal. But then I go, okay, how many meals are you supposed to be eating? Okay, so that's just an easy general way of going about it. Some will need more, some will need less, depending on many other factors. That's why it's always so important to talk to a nutritionist or to see a practitioner to tailor something a little bit more specific if you've got more than just burnout concerns. Okay. So protein, 1.5 to 2 grams per kilogram of body weight, healthy fats, mineral rich foods, and cycle syncing for energy flow. Those are all really, really great. If you start with that, everything else kind of will fall into place and other things will start becoming easier. That would be your easiest way to kind of replenish the energy stores to get you feeling better, to get you in a space where you can go, okay, cool, I think I can get this done. I think I can add this in. I think I can do this extra to help heal my burnout. Okay. Healthy fats, if you're not 100% sure what healthy fats are, you're looking at nuts, avocados, fish, seeds. Seeds are great. I love seed cycling. If you haven't heard of seed cycling, go check my other video. I will hopefully link it somewhere for you guys. Okay. Mineral rich foods, look at your fruits and vegetables for this. Make sure you get a good variety in, and then cycle syncing for the energy flow. So if you haven't heard of cycle syncing, I dive in a little bit into that in the video from last week. You can go look at that. It's basically where you eat for your cycle, you train for your cycle, and you adapt your lifestyle for your cycle. Cycle meaning your menstrual cycle, the whole month of your cycle. So you get 4 phases. You get your follicular, your ovulation, your luteal, and your menstrual phase. So it's not just your period. Your cycle is your entire between your menstrual cycles. It's the entire thing. Okay. And you eat according to where you are in the phase of your cycle. You train for that. So if you are looking at doing that, you can go check down in the description box below. I will have a link there for my beginner's guide to cycle syncing. You'll get to understand the foundations of cycle syncing and get a little bit more knowledge on how to do that and start seeing some of the benefits. It's a really easy way to get started from healing from burnout. For sure. Right. So burnout, when it comes to burnout recovery, it's not about doing more. It's just about doing the right things at the right time to assist and support your body as best as possible to help you heal and get out and get back to normal, feeling like yourself again. Okay. And then that is it for today. I think, yeah, that is it today. That is it. So if you like this video, go ahead, give it a like, subscribe. I drop weekly videos, deep dives, educational dives on these types of topics every single week. So go ahead, hit that subscribe button and click the notification bell. I don't know where that is. I just hear people saying it. So hit the bell and you'll get updated on when I drop these videos. I also drop some really awesome, cool fitness videos every week as well, ranging from functional Pilates, aerial yoga, stretching, foam rolling to help support your cycle syncing and healing journey as well. And then I'm going to drop some links down below in the description box below, how to hear to programs to heal your burnout, eating protocols for things like your thyroid, very, very exciting things just to help you get started with your healing journey. Until then, guys, I will see you next week. Okay, cheers, bye.